So, uh, I just wanted to express what I think is a pretty common thought. I don't know why, but it just captures my attention. It has been capturing my attention lately. And now I think it's more valuable than I thought it was. It's not just, maybe it is, but it doesn't only have anecdotal value. It's something deeper that I think we must meditate on, especially younger people. So it goes as far. It goes like this. Um, Everybody, everyone, even the most famous and rich and powerful people in the world is hit by a certain realization at some point in their lives, which is basically that other people, other beings, other individuals don't care about them as much as they thought they did. I know it sounds stupid, and I believe the first thing that comes to mind to people who have this realization is that they're thinking a very stupid thought. While it's actually very important to hold that thought and to just really, really digest it. Let me explain. It is a natural tendency of us human beings because of our cognition and the nature of our bodies and how we just traverse reality. It's a natural tendency to just feel like we're at the center. Just really localize ourselves in a center. I don't care about, what history of philosophy says, the Copernican revolution, the fact that there is no center, the rise and fall of anthropocentric views. I don't give a shit. I'm just talking about what I think the average individual feels, what every single one of us feel while, navigating the social sphere, and it's the default mode. That's my opinion, of course. I'm not a psychiatrist, and I'm not a medical doctor. I'm nobody, but the default mode is always a subjective central point of view on the rest. So we inevitably feel like we're occupying some sort of center, and most of us, I think, grossly overestimate how central we really are. We may be central to something, but we're not always central. We're not always a fixed point somewhere. We're not occupying any geometrical place. We are constantly moving through a dynamic and very chaotic system which has no center, but in which every single point believes in some fundamental way that he is the center. So why am I doing all this? Why am I saying all this yapping, philosophical yapping? Bro is very much yapping, yes, I understand. I'm saying this because at some point you get this realization. And you may think that, much of what you say, what you think has less meaning, less value. That's where some people might, I'm wearing shorts. Some people might get depressed even, might just feel like their lives have no value because of some fundamental lack of meaning, because they thought the meaning came from other people's valuation of what they express. This is a sad outcome for this kind of situation, I think. And it is sad because it's mostly a false perception. Not a false perception, but it contradicts the reality of things, which says that you weren't supposed to be at the center of anything in the first place. You weren't supposed to be watched by anyone in the first place. You are not some sort of picture of anything. In fact, you as an individual, as a body, as a mind, are the most fleeting and the most unstable in the physical sense and in the metaphysical sense. I'm not. I don't want. I don't even want to get the metaphysics. So you're the most unstable and unclear and approximate and abstract. I don't really ineffable thing. So you are not the point. It's really a lost battle trying to figure out yourself and trying to figure out how other people see you. It's stupid. It doesn't make sense. Again, maybe I'm just saying very, very stupid shit, something everyone knows, and it's I think everybody at some point in their lives just starts to believe this or understands this. At least I hope everyone does. I'm not saying it's my mind blowing or life changing, but it could be life changing. It depends. It depends on how you think about it. As I was saying, it's not the point. What I have started to think and develop in my mind is a metaphor called basically the canvas metaphor. Again, very simple. So you are just given some time to and are placed in front of this very big canvas where everyone else is very busy writing, drawing, doing anything. And you have this limited amount of time in which you can do everything you want. Everything. You start to think that you may have to imitate, to emulate the drawing style or the techniques or the representations that your neighbors are, just inking, writing, drawing on the canvas. And you may do the same thing. In fact, I think that there are many spots on the universal canvas which are full of the same patterns. Very regular ones, very straight ones, very neat ones. What you don't understand is that as soon as you're finished drawing, or maybe even while you're drawing, whatever you've drawn, whatever you've created, gets overwritten. Somebody else will draw over it. Your drawing won't be lost because it wasn't meant to be anywhere in the first place. Again, you have been given some time to stay in front of the canvas. You may also write nothing. You may also just punch the canvas and destroy it. You may even cut the canvas up into little shapes and do 3D models. I don't care. You do whatever you want. I just want to emphasize that I'm not talking about any particular lifestyle, life choice. In particular, I don't care. The fact is, people, some people may not realize soon enough that the whole point was for them to just be creative on the canvas. That nobody was watching what they were drawing, or at least nobody was really watching. Maybe very, very few people. I argue that in most lives, those people don't even exist. Just really draw along with you and help you draw. But in general, nobody was watching. You weren't supposed to draw anything. You weren't supposed to draw anything in particular. You weren't supposed to have any particular style. You weren't supposed to obsess over the future viewers of this canvas, because there are no viewers. Nobody came just to watch. Even the people that expressly say that they came just to watch, they didn't. You're always trying to write something, always trying to draw something, always trying to represent something else. They can't help it. I think it's fundamental human nature. And again, I don't know. That's just my opinion on the topic, but it's sad to think that many people don't understand, don't realize that the only responsibility they have is just to do this. Again, I'm not, of course, I understand that there's a whole discourse on necessity and the fact that many people are just obliged to do certain things. And again, the canvas does not even represent a metaphor of our actions. It represents a metaphor of our the creative endeavor to define what we are and what we believe that we are at a very fundamental level, and what our lives look like. Which is not to say what we actually do in our lives. Two people can be, I don't know, fucking bartenders or policemen or builders or professors or billionaires, and their lives may look completely different from one another. So at some point, some people realize that their 20s, their young years, weren't just some sort of scenic drama where they had to invest all their energy just to look like someone to the eyes of others, or just to obsess over whatever everybody else is accomplishing. Some people realize this very, very late in life, I think. Some others realize it pretty early. That every experience, no matter how big it looks like, no matter how much our ego thinks that it's eternal, is just a very small, very, 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 very fleeting moment in a big, huge, incomprehensibly huge. I don't even want to say a plot or story. It's just this huge, random, chaotic network of stories. So you were given the time in front of the canvas. You had, or you have, I think as long as you're alive, you do have the time and the chance to make something incredible out of it. Incredible in your own definition. To really, really, really extract some work of art, in your own definition again, out of the canvas. To create something beautiful, something absolutely, something refined, something deep, something true, something articulate, complex, or even simple. It's all up to you. Life is about creating one's life. It's not about, I don't even know where I read this, but life is not about discovering yourself. There is nothing to discover, I swear. At least this is one of my core beliefs. There is nothing to discover. You will never find anything rock solid inside yourself if you search for something in yourself. Never. And then you get sad because you find out it was an illusion. There is no discovery. There is only creation of one's life. And this is what the canvas is about. So you have the chance every day to find out, to create, to really start drawing something that has value to you, meaning to you, that is beautiful to look at, that is beautiful to contemplate, that is beautiful to create even. And you have to do that knowing that it's never gonna last, and you're doing it for yourself. Okay, maybe someone may watch it and you'll be very happy, and that's beautiful. It's beautiful that at some point the artists and the canvas just speak to one another, and those are the most beautiful moments, I think, in one's life. But 99% of the time, you're alone with your work of art. You are alone in front of the canvas. That's it. Do whatever you want. Make something exquisite. Really fight with the status quo. Fight with the boundaries of what is perceived as conventional. Really try. Make this creative effort. It's the only thing you're here for. It's the only thing we are all here for. Nothing else. It's, I believe, a good way to waste your own time. There is no time well spent. All time is wasted time. Which means all time is well spent, really. So, this was my idea. I don't know if anybody likes this kind of concept. It's just a reflection on some stuff. I have been thinking about life in general lately, and this is what I've come up with. It may be very simple. It may be just something very, very well known, and maybe nobody needed this video, this explanation, but I wanted to do it for myself, so I did it. Thank you everybody for listening. If you have some opinion, let me know in the comments or wherever. And I hope you have a very good day.